But I've also never been to a strip club.
I mean, I've been to a strip club and it's not fun.
If I was like 50 years old, right? Presumably that's what's like, getting them riled up. I'm like, why would you want to go and get like rock hard with your like co-worker or like businessman, like perving on girls? Like, I just couldn't imagine.
And I'm like, guys, like porn is free. It's just if I wanted to get rock hard, I'll do it by myself.
Yeah, I love you boys, but there's no part of me that wants to get rock hard with you guys.
I'm not blue. Like, I love you guys. Like, boys, I love you, but I'm not blue ballsing myself in front of you. Like, it's like I just don't get it. And like maybe it's one of those things that when you turn like 60 and Asian that you just know. But like,
it's just I don't think he's even 60 and Asian.
But it seems like men here just are into that. Like,
men in the West are into that as well. You go to people who go to strip clubs.
I feel like it's way less common though. I don't know if I'm
maybe because there's less facilities in the West.
I don't think so. Maybe less common in the circles that we, in the friends that we keep. But certainly, sometimes I go out with friends from like back home or friends from university, and they're like, "Yo, strip club," and I'm like, "That's just not my vibe."
I don't even know how to find a strip club in the UK. You just Google it. Is it like
what do you mean you don't know how to find a strip club?
I feel like it's pretty obvious from the front.
It's pretty obvious.
Oh right. Yeah, just walk around, find it.
Just walk around in the city center, look for a gentleman's club. People in black suits out the front.
Yeah.
And you probably have seen it. You just don't know that it's a strip club.
Yeah.
You're
like, I wonder what this place is. Probably a strip club.
Yeah. Oh my god. It looks upper class. It looks very high class from the outside, and you go in, and it's like, this
very classy.
Yeah, very
classy.
Very classy.
So classy.
Very classy.
It's just not my vibe. I don't know. It's just I don't know. Like, no offense to anyone who like goes to strip clubs and enjoys them or anything. It's just I don't know. I just don't see the fun in it.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather be in a fucking quiet bar, just chat with some mates over some drinks. Like, I don't know.
I think it's more like the spectacle, right? It's more like you're doing something with the boys for the boys or something. I don't know. But then, like, if like someone's going there to like fucking like jack off, I'm like, or get
I don't even know the etiquette at a strip club. Like, are you allowed to whip it out?
No, probably not. You're thinking of the wrong types of clubs.
Am I thinking of a different club?
They have those clubs here.
Yeah.
I know that.
They've got every type of club.
Yeah.
Any kind of weird sexual niche you can think of, Japan has a place for it.
I have walked into those, like, you've probably seen them in like Shinjuku and Shibuya and stuff like that. Those like they call Murio Annaijo, which is like the free information desks.
Oh my god.
Which is basically this curtained off
thing. They're like
thing.
the rattiest looking thing.
Yeah, it's this curtained off thing where you can walk in, and basically it's an information desk on all of, I guess, the adult entertainment places for you. Like, have you seen places like this?
Okay. Don't they just book the prostitutes, or you just tell them how much money you want to spend?
You literally walk in, and there's just walls of like different places, like, soaplands or like strip clubs or like, girls bars and everything like that. And then you basically just go up to the information center and be like, I'm looking for this kind of place. Can you recommend me anywhere? And then the guy basically rings the place up for you and figures it out, or gives you the contact. And I'm just looking at these places. I'm just like, none of these look fun.
Have you seen they have... I saw advertisements for in Shinjuku, in Kabukicho, things called happening bars.
I've heard of these.
Happening bars?
It's bars people just fuck in the bar.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, they just go, and it's a bar, and then I think like guys have to pay a fuck ton to get in, and the girls get in for free.
Yeah.
And the whole point of the bar is that you go there to have sex with strangers.
So
it's called a happening bar because you walk in.
It's happening.
So I think it was a really big thing in the 80s and 90s in Japan, and the government cracked down on them, I think, a lot, but they're still around and they still advertise. I think that, I don't know how legal they are, but
I don't think they're legal at all.
But they're like advertising on, like, I saw them on like Instagram and Facebook and stuff. I was like, what the fuck? And I saw the big sign for it in Kabukicho.
Oh, really?
So I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you basically just walk in and you're like, oh, my dick just happened to slip in. Whoopsies. Like, that's their whole like gimmick, right?
I haven't been in, so I can't say what they look like or how they operate. But
I've seen them around. I've just never been into one, but I've heard stories.
I'm sure some tourists going to be like,
I'm sure someone's watching this is going to be
there
like,
are tourist-friendly ones.
Oh, really?
I have seen them. I have heard of them.
Well, there's a customer base now,
Yeah.
But I know it's like, you have to pay like, I think I saw, because I think, what was it? I think I saw June sharing.
Lovejoy.
Yeah. On like her socials, she was sharing one because she does a lot of sex work.
Yeah.
And so I think she was promoting one. I think it was something like Man or Sunman to get in.
Just to get in.
Just to get in.
Well, what if you're a girl?
I think it was like free.
Of course. Fuck's sake.
Well, I mean, look, there's going to be a very, very heavy disproportionate
that is
amount
true.
of customers that are
That
going
is
in
true.
there.
Yeah.
That is true.
It's always pay to win.
Damn,
No,
spawn diff.
So, but I couldn't imagine that because I guess if you went to that, I feel like even if I was like the most depraved version of me, I'd be like, man, just don't think I would want to risk catching anything.
Yeah, I guess like
I don't know. Also, doing it in public, I just
that as well. I already assumed that I was okay with that in this scenario.
Yeah.
Like in this scenario, I'm all okay with all of that. And then I'm like, all right, who knows what I'm gonna catch today? I don't know.
yeah, maybe that's why they're called happening buzz. Like I just happened to get chlamydia.
Okay, but I don't know. Like maybe there's like some. I'm also assuming there's like no precautions or anything here. Like I don't know. Maybe they test you when you come. I don't fucking know.
I
don't know how you even test.
I don't think there's much OH&S going on. What's happening?
I don't think so,
etiquette
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I think it's just Jova.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, respect to people who can go for that. I can't.
Yeah. I'll pass on that.
I got no issue with it if you're all consenting adults. You want to do it, but
I just want to know, like, I want to know what actually happens in there, but I'm too scared to go in and actually figure it out for myself.
Your next trash taste special, boys.
we awkwardly rock up and watch people have sex.
Yeah,
that's the next special.
Yeah, I just want to know what goes on in there.
It is just fascinating the like levels of how deep the Japanese nightlife goes.
Oh yeah,
and how willing they are to accommodate for a price. It is ever fascinating, and I always have been so like impressed.
Yeah,
how deep it goes.
Yeah, I've always been fascinated by it because it's just so unique to other like adult entertainment facilities all over the world. But I just can't do it. Like I can't go in and get a first-hand experience.
Shit like this, I would love to make YouTube videos about. If YouTube would even allow you to have like these kind of like documentaries about. So I'd love to just follow a guy that's like just a normal ass dude, and then just like watch the beast unleash when he gets in the club, and like just him just explaining like afterwards be like, yeah man, I just feel good now, like yeah, you know.
There is a Japanese YouTuber that I've been seeing on and off who reviews soap lands.
No.
Yeah. He talks about the soap land. He like goes to the front of the building and then he's like, I've booked for 60 minutes, so I'll let you know how it goes. And then
he like review bra for
he's like review bra for soap lands, yeah. And he comes out and he was like, so the girl was like a 7 out of 10. We started off by doing this, and this, and he goes into detail about what they did.
Oh my god!
I fucking forgot the name of the dude. It just like randomly popped up in my recommended ones.
I can just imagine the thumbnail of him be like, "I'm disappointed." Soapy Deluxe 7 has fallen off. The latest offerings have been appalling.
My disappointment is immeasurable. My day's ruined.
My dick is ruined.
But yeah, I got chlamydia 3 out of 10. Yeah, I'll link it to you guys if I can remember the channel name, but it's insane.
Well, I mean, obviously in Japan, it's a lot
more. I'm sure
more.
Audience are like, I feel disgusted at this idea. What is the name of this establishment? Just so I can see for myself how disgusted.
It's like, where's the next one?
I would like to leave my own review.
Well, you know,
we
obviously have very. I mean, we're actually recording with Kaho after this, so maybe it would have been good to ask her the Japanese opinion on this. But I mean, the general like Western mindset is that we're like, oh god, like this is a lot for us to take in because it's just not something that we're used to. But in Japan, it's like totally kind of normal. And like pretty accepted. I mean, a lot of people don't like it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that everyone's like, yeah, we love it. It's like, but overall, especially among men, it's a lot more seen as like just kind of normal, which is kind of unusual.
Yeah, I think the whole, fact that, for instance, like, for dudes especially, going into like a public bath and seeing your dude's dick is like a normal thing in society and culture. It's just like, I think from that point onwards, like everything else, like any like
it all stems from the baths.
Yeah, it all stems from the baths, I think, because it's like once you're like comfortable,
we can't share baths. We'll be fucking in the baths.
We've taken what, guys? We've taken on one answer.
I think
let's just watch each other fuck.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the next step.
I think also it's just because there's never any like Christian views that were not really injected into Japan. I think a lot of that is where we get it from.
Yeah, Japan is a 2,000-year-old isolated country on an island.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna create some weird shit. And
sex
find
here
it
is
normal.
generally very open.
Yeah. It's weird though, right? Because it's open, but also
extremely closed,
hidden.
Yeah.
And like extremely taboo in a weird way.
It's like people, it's out in the open, but people just don't talk about it. It's almost like the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Times.
They just kind of forget that it's there.
Yeah,
almost.
yeah.
And then when it's put in front of them, they're like, oh, why'd you put that in front of me? So it's like, it's been there the whole time. You just didn't see it. You know? It's very strange. Yeah, we can talk about it more the next episode with Kaho.